listen, this one, okay. This one is very, this is Jupiter conjunct moon, Synastry. Jupiter conjunct moon. Like, this could be relationship where there's lots of learning and experiences to be had here. These two can be the first for quite a bit of things, like true. Oh, now, not to mention, no, Mars and Jupiter could be the first for a lot of things, but the reason the moon and Jupiter can be the first of like this emotional experience, maybe even this like an emotional whirlwind. I'm not gonna even, that is something that is here, but the moon is going to take Jupiter to this place, bring Jupiter to this personal space. It's like this intimate personal space, you know. And it's, listen, this is the same source of fascination and connectedness that this can bring. Is also the same reason why it can bring this distance. It could bring this distance, and I'm going to tell you why. Moon wants to be personal experiences. Imagine what that just imagine what that looks like when being together. Personal experience. Just a first time for a lot of stuff here. Okay? There's a first time for a lot of stuff here. And showing, because the Jupiter can show and introduce the moon to situations and experiences to take them out of their shell and show them like this new or this different part of life. And this is something that the moon person values and holds dear to them and will always remember. They will always remember this experience with Jupiter. And it depends. See, it depends what's going on here, because we have someone's Jupiter that is touching a person's moon. So this relationship and this situation could be very personal for the moon person, but the Jupiter person could be seeing it as like an experience. Okay, well, this is another experience. Not that the Jupiter person is not taking the moon person serious, but when it's time to let go and move on, the Jupiter person could possibly move on quicker or easier than the moon person. Even though the Jupiter person could be suffering, the moon person could feel like, well, you know, I'm still over here and I'm still hurt about this situation, or I'm still over here and I'm still dealing with the aftermath of the situation, and it seems like Jupiter just moved on. Now, yes, that can come up, but, you know, Jupiter could feel like sometimes, like the moon person wants to have Jupiter all. I want to have Jupiter all, but Jupiter is like, but I gotta go out and experience, baby. You know, you can't have it all. You can come with me on some of my excursions. Maybe not all, but you can come with me when the moon wants to stay home. Now, I stay home or be secure. It doesn't need to experience all these different things and all these different people. Now, where this could go good, you guys, technology is great. Like, you two can literally sit at home and be the moon, you can be like, hey Jupiter, you want to go to another place? Bam, let's put it on the TV. Let's see what it's like to visit Cuba. Give Jupiter that experience. And you can have them here in your own space at his house. Okay? Feeling secure, and then you can stop off. You can calm them down a little bit. There ain't nothing that we won't and we can't do. Okay? Wow. The Jupiter can push. Listen. These two can like be wow with the, you know, emotional expression, and just like Jupiter, you know, Jupiter want it all too. Don't let Jupiter fool you, because Jupiter wants it all. Jupiter can definitely consume the moon person to the point where the moon person is like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? Jupiter person could want the moon person to be, passionate, to eat. Listen, guys, this is where Jupiter is like, hey, you want to try a threesome? you want to talking the moon person into stuff. Now, but what I'm saying is that the Jupiter individual can definitely want to consume all of the moon person. Can want to consume. It could be very selfish because the moon person can be like, okay, so when you ready and you want me to be available and you want me to come back around, you want me to do this now, okay? Or you get petty. But when it's the other way around, you want me just to go out and experience, But the moon does like the selfishness of the Jupiter person. Don't get me wrong. It's just what could get the moon person is the lack of consideration sometimes. And I'm going to tell you, the Jupiter person, although they can be very accommodating to the moon person's feelings. And guys, you got to watch out here because the Jupiter could be instilling certain ideology into the moon person. And, this is iffy. You can see this with certain parents too. Because you guys, the moon deals with the subconscious and it deals with the mind. And whatever we get into the mind, into the thought process, it's hard to break free from. You can, stay away from cult-like activity with this synastry aspect. But this is the thing. I can't stand this because I could just keep coming up with stuff. But this is the thing. Jupiter is definitely very much so. These are high emotions here. These are high emotions. The Jupiter can oftentimes, even though it can be accommodating of the moon's feelings, and there's a natural rapport there, Jupiter can sometimes say things that are insensitive to the moon. And like where the moon person may be looking for support. Like, now, mind you, see, the Jupiter is like, hey, we're here to experience, we're here to have a good time, we're here to learn. So what is Jupiter doing whenever moon is having an emotional experience or whatever? The Jupiter person is like, okay, so this is the time where I can teach them about their experience and then maybe instill them with a little bit of wisdom, and then this is going to help them. And Jupiter's looking at it as something good. The moon person is looking at it as, okay, so you're basically ignoring me and you're overriding my feelings and you're taking somebody else's side. Okay? This same thing shows up in Jupiter opposing the moon as well. Okay? Taking somebody else's side. And the moon, Jupiter is like, well, how am I doing that when I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you? Mind you, Jupiter can do that really well. Can listen to the moon person really well, and vice versa. Because who else is going to sit there and listen to all of Jupiter's stories and experiences with fascination? It's just that the moon person could feel like Jupiter is being a little bit preachy sometimes. And when they do get into arguments and flare-ups, the moon person can really, get really out of pocket emotionally. Because of the Jupiter person. Because the Jupiter, it spans everything that it touches. So we have up and down emotions sometimes within the moon. And back and forth interaction when it comes to the Jupiter. But together, there's a lot of experiences that they can have. A lot of firsts that they can have. And a lot of camaraderie. And there's a lot of things that they can do together. And they both appreciate it, okay? All right, so this has been Jupiter conjunct Moon Synastry, unbutterflies for life, and you better come on back around here, because I'm gonna be back. Ew.